Employment equality here in the Rose City begins with a clear understanding and knowledge base of the job market in which you're about to enter. And for the thousands of people searching for work here in Windsor Essex, the real question is, do they have what it takes to seal the deal and get that elusive job? I'm here today at Workforce Windsor Essex to get some answers to those questions. Tanya Antonou, the Executive Director of Workforce Windsor Essex, dives squarely into the facts and figures when assessing the job market here in Windsor and Essex.
Sure. So in 2008, Windsor Essex experienced the economic recession. So our unemployment rate surged to about 15.9% in 2009, which was one of our highest levels of unemployment. However, since then, through all of the community partnerships, the collaboration, and the diversification efforts of all of the great partners in Windsor Essex, I feel very optimistic about where the employment levels are going. So employment has been increasing since 2009, and we hit our lowest unemployment rate this past month at 6.9%, the lowest it's been in 10 years.
And can you tell me, with the encouraging numbers, how does that affect the job confidence of a consumer that's looking for a job here in Windsor Essex?
So I think that overall it's very positive, the labor market. However, there are definitely still some challenges. So there are different populations that are experiencing some challenges in securing work. So for example, youth unemployment is about double the regular unemployment rate or the average unemployment rate. So how do we engage youth and provide them with the skills and necessary training to get those jobs? So that's something that we're looking for. So for those who are still unemployed or underemployed, it's definitely still a tough go in terms of finding those jobs. But at Workforce Windsor Essex, we're trying to communicate where are those jobs, what skills are they looking for as employers, and then trying to communicate that out to everyone in the community so they know.
Along those same lines, can you tell me what, in your opinion, are today's employers looking for in today's employers?
Perfect. So we have interviewed over 100 employers through Workforce Windsor Essex through our various projects, and what we found was the importance of soft skills. So they're saying that when they're looking for ideal candidates, the ideal candidates have soft skills, which is communication, teamwork, taking initiative, reliability, dependability. They say these are really important skills to succeed in the workplace. And then on top of that, some technical skills. So depending on what sector people are interested in, they would go to either post-secondary, secondary college, or secondary schools and other training to get those technical skills. But soft skills is definitely what all employers are saying is needed.
And could you also give me some insight on what you're telling people who are looking for work and the job tips you would have for a job seeker?
For sure. So the first thing is that you have to find out what you're interested in and what you really like. So it's always important that when you're looking for work that you look within a field that interests you and a field that you excel in. So that's the first thing. The second thing is there's a number of resources in Windsor Essex that can provide assistance. So there's Employment Ontario service providers, we have 2 community colleges, the university, 4 school boards. So these institutions and these partners can definitely help you find out more about what jobs are available, what training is available, and then see what training is needed for you to get your dream job, and then never give up on your dream and always go forward.
Meanwhile, June Meir, the Executive Director of the Unemployed Help Center, says that it's vitally important that those who are unemployed take full advantage of the resources which are available to them in order for them to get back into the swing of things.
Well, it's very difficult when unemployed people have to pay to take workshops or pay for certifications. So here at our center, all the workshops and certifications are at no charge to them. So that's a big part of it. We need to be able to secure funding in our community to make sure that we're able to help the unemployed workers be able to access services at no charge, because when you're unemployed, you can't afford to go back to school. So if you're interested in customer service, they might want to work in a restaurant. We have a great hospitality industry here in Windsor, and so they might need their Smart Serve, so they're able to come here, and we offer Smart Serve, we offer service excellence. So the key is to be able to offer them programs and services they require, or be able to refer them out. But one barrier is, if a program or service is going to cost an unemployed worker a lot of money, that definitely is a barrier, because they don't always have money
the
to
extra
pay.
capital, yeah.
That's right, they don't have that money to pay to go take that training. So we do work with employers to get on-the-job training. That's another thing that we do here as well. So it's a benefit for the employer, because they're able to train. The client doesn't have to pay for the training, and the actual client gets the training that the employer wants them to have. So that's always a real good relationship, when you have a great employee that you're able to train the way that you want to train them. So that's what we see here, that's what we do here, and that's what our clients need to secure and retain that job. It's about retaining the job as well.
Can you also tell me about the importance of networking and the emphasis you place on that for the people that you serve here?
Well, we have to network, because we need to make new partnerships and build on our relationships with employers and other organizations in the community. So when our clients access services here at the Unemployed Help Center, we're able to refer them to employers, we're able to refer them to other agencies if we don't have that service or program here. But I like to think we're a one-stop shop here. Mm-hmm. We have multiple services and programs, and we even have a food bank and a community kitchen, a Keep the Heat program, Coats for Kids. So when people come to us for help, that because they're unemployed, we're able to help them with a lot of their basic needs. So that means a lot to them. Then they can focus on their job search.
And can you also tell me about eliminating the link between finding people a job and getting them out of poverty?
Well, the first link to getting someone out of poverty is to find them a job. Mm-hmm. That all is around having the money to be able to live. And when we say live, that means securing a job at a living wage. That's the key thing. So helping people get out of poverty is making sure that they have the services and programs that they need, and that we retrain them, we help them. We have a literacy and basic skills program here, whatever it takes to get them where they need to go. And once we've helped them, and we can write a resume, help them write a resume, we can provide interview techniques, because once you've got what you need under your belt, then you have to go through an interview process, and you have to know how to get there, and what questions are going to ask, and make sure that you know the company that's interviewing you. So there's a lot to getting a job, and there's a lot to retaining a job. And here at the Unemployed Help Center, we coach and mentor after you've got that job, which does help you.
For job retention, obviously.
Yes, yes.
And can you also just give me your own opinion about the overall job forecast or market here in Windsor and Essex?
Well, I will certainly try. That's a really hard question to answer. Today's job market, we're seeing jobs minimum wage, and we're seeing jobs where employers are paying, $15 to $18. We would hope that in the future that we are able to negotiate with our employers a living wage for our clients. It's very hard when it's a minimum wage job to be able to pay all your bills, put food on the table, and then have some extra to take your kids out to a show or out to eat, to have a little family time. So that's one thing we want to secure, and we hope that new employers will come and invest in Windsor. We know a lot is being done to get new employers here. Windsor has a lot of employees that are, a lot of unemployed workers, I should say, that want to be employed, that have a lot of great skills. The manufacturing sector, we had a lot of layoffs, so we have a lot of skill set here from the manufacturing sector, and we do see that growing. We see the construction area growing. We see tourism and hospitality growing. So we are slowly coming out of our recession. We are seeing jobs, and we just hope that things continue up and onward, and hope that it gets better and better and better.
Perfect. So a couple years ago, I was fortunate enough to work on a project called Promising Sectors and Occupations 2012 to 2015, and we examined which are the promising sectors in Windsor Essex. So in total, there's 9 promising sectors. So agribusiness, construction, creative industries, education, health sciences, professional services, manufacturing, renewable energy, and tourism. And all of these are poised for some growth in the next 3 to 5 years. However, what we're seeing currently is that agribusiness, manufacturing, and information communication technology is really experiencing quite a bit of growth in our region in terms of employers and the number of people employed within the sectors.
And can you also tell me, when you look at employment training programs, where are the strengths of those programs, such as the Youth Employment Fund for people with disabilities, and what sort of strengthening do you think those programs need to be most effective?
For sure. So we were very excited when the provincial government announced the youth job strategy this past year, and that includes the Youth Employment Fund, which provides employers with incentives to train and hire youth. So if there are youth with either additional barriers or youth that have just come out of high school or post-secondary and don't have that connection to the labor market, that provides employers incentives to send these youth to get the training that is required. So I think that is a great opportunity for youth to develop their skill sets, but employers to develop their future workforce, as well as the youth job strategy also has an entrepreneurial component. So for those who would like to own their own business and be their own boss, there are supports in our region to help the youth get those into those programs and develop their own businesses.
And in terms of youth poverty and finding jobs, can you just tell me the importance of making sure that people across the region have the resources to get out of poverty and to find meaningful lives through work?
For sure. So we work very closely with our partner Pathway to Potential, which is the region's poverty reduction strategy. So working through them and working on various of their working groups, we have really understood the importance of employment supports, housing supports, health supports. So to lift someone out of poverty, it includes many different determinants and many different factors. So I think we're very fortunate at Windsor Essex. We have some great networks and some great organizations that are very dedicated to helping people in either one of those factors or several of those factors to help them lift out of poverty.
And in terms of people with disabilities, can you tell me about the ongoing effort to get those people employed and some of the challenges that may arise when you work with someone with a disability?
For sure. So I think overall the discussion of hiring persons with disabilities has been very positive on a local, provincial, and national level. So I've been to a few provincial conferences and found information where they state the business case for hiring persons with disabilities and highlighting the strengths of those persons. So I think these conversations are definitely happening in Windsor Essex, especially with the Windsor Essex Employment Group, which is a collaborative of organizations serving persons with disabilities, sort of promoting the abilities of their clients and the opportunities of their clients. There are also various funding programs that help connect persons with disabilities to the workforce that we're really excited to see and we're very promoting of.
And finally, can you just give me your own general opinion on the overall job market or forecast for the job market or marketplace here in Windsor and Essex?
Sure. So I am very optimistic about the job market in Windsor Essex, and I think in the next 3 to 5 years, if the diversification efforts continue and these new industries are promoted, that the employment will increase. I think that we as a community also should be promoting all of the great employment opportunities that are in Windsor Essex in the various industries that students or people that are looking for work may not be aware of. So I think that's one of the roles of Workforce Windsor Essex, is to really get these conversations going about where are those jobs located and what are they and what skills are required. For potential job seekers out there, can you offer some
potential tips on how they can secure a job?
Yes. Come to us, come to the Unemployed Help Center, see an employment counselor, because the tip is to make sure you know what type of job you want, what skill set you have to offer an employer. You have a great resume. You must have that resume. You must know how to go through an interview, which we can help you with. We have courses on interview techniques, and we have ongoing coaching, which every individual needs. When you do all those things, you are surely to succeed at getting a job.
And just, can you describe the relationship you have with the local colleges here and universities? Do you work with them at all?
Oh, yes. We refer. If someone wants to attend college or university, what we do is we help them prepare. So if they need to take a course or two beforehand, we arrange that for them. We offer courses here. We have a literacy and basic skills course here, or we can prepare them to get their GED, which is equivalent to grade 12 beforehand. Then we can refer them to the college or university. So yes, we all work together to make things happen and do the best we can for the client.
And finally, what would be your final message for anyone that's struggling to find work? And how does the morale of not being able to find work affect a job seeker?
Yeah. So if their morale is low because they're looking for work and they're discouraged because of the labor market, my suggestion is, and my recommendation is that you contact an employment agency. That's what we are here at the Unemployed Help Center, and that you access our services to help you. Without help, your self-esteem and your confidence is not going to be there when you go out and look for a job. So you just need to tap into the right resources, which is us, and there are others out in the community that you can reach out to. And if you get that help, your morale will increase and you will find a job.
For the News Blitz, I'm Kevin McShan.